Hey guys, Tyrrell here, Soul Having a Human Experience. I want to talk about energy and just a little bit about my experience with it. So when I grew up, I was absolutely terrified of going to school, and I found the experience, we had about 2,500 students in our school. It was quite a big school for the area, and I lived in sort of like a cul-de-sac of villages that all kind of came together in an unofficial town space, and I couldn't stand it. I found it so overwhelming, and it was a lot later in my understanding of being an energy healer and being energetically sensitive to people around me, and that's not empathic. As I think I've talked a few times, I don't immediately sympathise with other people's emotions. I can feel a lot more their intentions and their energetic direction in things. But when I was a kid in school, every single kid felt like lightning in a bottle, all of them. And so, yeah, it's kind of a chaotic swarm of zombies almost. And I remember looking down at I think it was the maths block. I think it was called C block, potentially. And it was very, very, very high. It was about 12 floors. And just seeing a sprawl of children, and it literally was like a zombie apocalypse. I felt very apart from, but still feeling that chaos. And so for anyone out there that feels like they struggle with that energy, with that kind of, especially crowds, I would argue that quite a lot of people who are agoraphobic, what is the one that's fear of crowds? Like claustrophobia. There's another one. Anyone who has that kind of fear of kind of enclosed space is probably more energetically tapped in. It's just that we're not taught that when we're children. We're not taught it. It should be mainstream information for people to understand how their energy moves and flows in this world and in the universe. But we're not. And so I grew up with a lot of anxiety because I could feel other people's intentions, and I would struggle in communication because I could feel people's intention underlying their conversation, and sometimes they don't go together. A lot of the time, actually, because we're not taught to be authentic. It's actually quite a new age concept to be authentic in our person. And when I was a child, my generation, you could probably guess, my gen, I just got called weird. There was no kind of assessment of your natural state or your personality. And I struggled for a really long time. And I even went into acting, and I now realise it's hard when you're energetically sensitive to focus when you can see nuances of layering of truth and authenticity on an energetic level, which is why I'm so grateful that I get to talk to you guys about it now and